like that. All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are on the way to the shop right now, and we're going to start this suspension build on this Jeep. Kind of nervous because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've never worked with those flex joints, so it should be pretty interesting to assemble all of those. Remember, we are doing the front and rear of this, but I'm super excited to finally get all this stuff on the Jeep. It's been a long time coming. I've been trying to button up everything with the truck off camera. I haven't really been filming everything, but I can show you guys exactly what I did. The truck is running. I beat the shit out of it last night. It sounded better in my head. I think it's time that the Jeep gets a little love. Sorry, I know the angle's up. This camera gets heavy to hold. The Jeep will be staying there. It's pretty early today. I got out the door pretty early. It's about 7 o'clock, so it's like a first for me to get out of bed before 7. Another 30 minutes or so, should be at the shop, and we'll get cracking immediately on this thing because I don't want to waste any time. We have a slew of things. I will go over everything that I have. Not an unboxer. I don't like doing unboxing. I like to make sure everything is there before I actually start installing, because I see a lot of YouTubers, they go to install shit and, well, it's the wrong part. So guys, word of advice, always check your shit when you get it delivered. Don't wait until you start filming it like, oh, this is for a completely different vehicle. Anyway, enough babbling. All right, so we just landed at the shop. Jeep's gonna be sitting there for a while. This car isn't moving for a little bit, so it works out perfect. This is all for the Jeep. All of this is for the Jeep. First thing, that's a what's things called, they go on top of the trucks? Roof rack. Just some cheap little Amazon one made in fucking China or whatever. These are the springs. I went with rough country. No, I did not go with rough country. I went with IRL springs. I'll see how I like these. These are 175-pound springs. I got some 3/4 spacers from Rough Country for the front. Some ball joints. Got some spring isolators in there for the front and the rear. Got the Ford Explorer fan and clutch fan for the Jeep because the stock one sucks. We got some sway bar disconnects, Bilstein shocks. That is, I'm pretty sure that's the front long arms over here. The rear sway bar links, the extended one, I don't even know what to call them, 4-inch links. These are the quick disconnects. I just went with Rough Countries because JKS was super expensive and super back ordered. LED light bar. These are the rear long arms in here. This is the rear long arm bracket. I think underneath here is the other long arms, and then I have the adjustable link here for, I don't know what it's not, steering link. It's, I forgot what link it is. It's basically centers the axle. I'm having a major brain fart on things, but plus the fact my body decided it wants to have indigestion now, considering the fact I didn't eat anything at all, so I don't know where indigestion is coming from. Anyway, we're gonna get cracking. I think I want to do the front first. The rear is gonna be a little, actually the rear may be a little bit easier. But enough talking. This indigestion is really bothering me. I hate getting old. Thanks, Dad. I'm gonna jack up the rear, kind of go over and look at everything. The front has a lot more moving parts, so we may just do the rear for now. I don't know too much about how to set up the flex joints, so you guys are gonna learn with me. So here's all the little hardware that comes in the box. I know these 2 screws and nuts are for in here to clamp down on the actual eyelet. All the hardware was labeled as a kit and the directions pretty much. So first things first, we're gonna figure this out. Once I figure this out, I'll show you guys how to do it. So first one's done. It's not fully adjusted to length. I'm gonna do that very last once I get all the flex joints on. Not as difficult as I thought. I thought it was gonna be a little more complicated, but pretty easy. So I'm gonna set y'all up on a tripod and I'm gonna do the last 3 arms and we will just time lapse this. All right, this last arm gave me a little bit of trouble, but nonetheless, got everything squared away. Now, the next thing is to set your initial lengths. An alignment shop is gonna have to fine tune everything, but this is just to get you to an alignment shop and get everything so it's not like really funky. So according to the directions, adjust upper arms to 30 inches center to center at starting point. So basically you're gonna line both those up and you're gonna measure, make sure this bushing is actually straight too. I want to straighten this spherical bushing so it's straight, and then you're gonna measure center here to center here, and you should be in the 30 inches range. You'll never be exact because nothing is perfect in this world. Both these are both the upper arms because they're shorter. The lower arms, I think it's 36 inches. This is 39 inches. So just lower arms is 39 inches center to center on the short side of the starting point. I don't know what the fuck that means. Oh, I read that wrong. As a starting point. Oops. So I'm gonna measure all these real quick. This arm, the two, these are the lower arms, the longer ones, and then I'll measure that one 30 inches as well. And then we'll start taking everything apart. I already got my big boy jacks underneath the Jeep. It's as high as I can possibly get it for now, but let me adjust these real quick. All right, so Jeep is jacked up. I have all the parts. Some of the stuff is sitting over there, here, all the brackets and everything over here. That one is gonna be a bitch by myself. So I'm gonna do this side first. I'm really not gonna film it, and the main reason being is because, again, it's going to be a lot of like trial and error, trying to figure things out. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I can't just film everything. And then it's just a lot of wasted footage of me just reading directions, looking on the phone, answering texts, emails, calls, stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff you don't see on camera is a lot of time wasted. I may not film myself putting the bracket on because it's probably gonna be a lot of curse words, lots of swearing. But I'm gonna get cracking. Once I start figuring everything out, I'll pick the camera back up so I don't look like a complete idiot and not knowing what I'm doing. All right, quick little update. We're making some progress. Got the shocks, springs, and sway bar end links off. So I got the spring isolators off. Let me just show you guys. These were the upper spring isolators. This thing was literally like, it felt like it was melted on. I had to scrape it away. It actually took me like 20-30 minutes to get this off. This one wasn't that bad, but as you can see, it's still, you know, the rust was eating through it. Weather, old age. I mean, the thing has 206,000 miles on it. Never been replaced. But that's all going to change because we're going to replace them. Definitely worth it. But I'm going to keep grinding on this thing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just pulling everything apart. My axle's probably going to be crooked and shit, so whatever, I don't care. Yeah, let's keep going. All right, I'm actually stopping here. It's not even that late out. I think it's only about 12 in the afternoon. So frustrated not having the right right tools, the lift, and everything needs to be 100%. If it is 99, nothing's going to work. So we will pick this back up probably the following week. I ran into way too many hiccups, and I'll update you guys on what's going on.
Day 2.
Okay, quick little update. It is actually probably, I think it's the next day. I had to walk away yesterday. It was pissing me off. We did make some progress, and I'll show you. So got the exhaust cut. It's gonna sound like duty. Got the bracket in right here. I had the bracket installed like an hour ago, but I had it upside down. Don't ask. I wasn't paying attention. So right now we're removing the A-arm. Once I get that stupid A-arm off, these bolts are very difficult to come off. There's sockets can't fit in there. I don't have a ratchet or wrench big enough. Once I get the other bracket on, like the bracket that goes up top, I'll start updating you guys and I'll start filming a little bit more. But for now, I'm just removing everything. I did get these on, which these things were roached, as you saw. For now, we're gonna take the A-arm off, and then I'll come back to you guys. So I have the upper bracket on there, and I'm trying to put this in. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Well, you're not because of my camera. It's just slightly off. So if I put it in this side, then this side's slightly off. So the actual bushing itself, I have to grind down the bushing. All right, I'm absolutely filthy. I'm calling it a night. I'm not doing that tonight. It's like 5 p.m. I'm calling it a night. I'm tired. I've been here since 10 doing this, and I've literally only got the 2 brackets on. I don't know how much I'm going to film of me installing it. It's just gonna be, all right, we're gonna install this. Installed. It's gonna be a lot of time wasted, a lot of film wasted, especially for the front end. I'm going home. Tomorrow's going to be day 3 of doing this. So we're gonna pick this video back up. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna go drink probably about a case of beer and eat a box of mac and cheese because I'm hungry. Day 3. Okay, so little update. I had to grind down the collar inside this bushing so it'll fit. It fits in there just fine. Nothing's bolted in. I just have everything kind of just loose, obviously. This is pretty much just going to be holding the axle up. So I test fitted this one. This one already fits in the mount. I went ahead and removed the lower control arm, and you can just see the difference. Trash. We're going to go ahead. We have to cut this mount off, obviously, because the arm comes in here. It angles inward, and it just hits just the angle, so you can just cut a little bit off and be good. I'm gonna try to cut probably up to the pinch weld here. Once that's cut, you'll put it into the stock mount here in the rear, and they have these little spacers for the bolt. You put those in between, should mount, and I'll show you guys in a second how that's done. And the angle goes inward. It does not go outward, it goes inward to clear the tire. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this mount real quick. I'm not really gonna film it because it's very difficult to get angles in here. And I constantly move in and out in front of the camera, so go ahead and cut this and I'll come back. All right, so I got all the arms on. I'm just kind of hand tight right now. I gotta sag the axle to get the springs on. Right now it's just teetering. I need to get another jack up in here so I can get that one out so I can let this sag down. I apologize, I'm not really filming. Problem is once I get into a groove of things and things are actually working, I just get going on it and just start cranking everything out. I just got to put the shocks on, the springs. I do have to set pinion angle because I'm already looking. The spring is going to be crooked by a long shot. And alignment, I'm just going to have them do the pinion angle and everything else. They're going to have to make fine-tune adjustments, but for now, we should be pretty good. I got to torque everything down. Once the Jeep is on the ground, I can torque everything down. But yeah, I'm going to put you guys up on a tripod and install the easy stuff, the shock. Hopefully the spring, I should be able to teeter the axle back and forth. If not, I'll just borrow a jack real quick and then connect the sway bar end links, and should be good. Should be good to put the big boys on. I brought the big tires on, so I'm gonna be putting those on as well. Damn it! The fucking whole axle fell off the jack. At least I know what flex is. It flexes. Alright, so let me update you guys again. I don't even know where I left off, to be honest with you. Everything's done in the rear. I just have to torque everything. The Jeep's not really going to be moving, so I don't plan on torquing everything until I have the front suspension done as well. I'm looking over the instructions. Doesn't look as terrible as the rear was. I think it's mostly because I couldn't cut the mounts off. I didn't have long enough blades. So apologize about the light, but as you can see, this is kind of going to be like what its height's going to be right now. It does have a mean rake because it's a 4-inch lift in the rear. Oh, long arms are all in the rear. Everything's buttoned up, squared away. Again, I didn't torque anything. These I'm going to torque a little bit more. They say to 65 foot-pounds. I'll probably go to 70 with these. Kind of got everything. Was kind of going through everything with the front. I'm probably gonna have to stop again because I don't have my drill. I brought my drill home by accident. But I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling everything off. I can get the mounts kind of on. Thankfully, these are two separate mounts. So it's a mount, and then this cross member in the middle that bolts on. So everything looks kind of straightforward. I've noticed a lot of issues underneath here. Reseal that. I think I have to reseal. The transmission has to be resealed. So a lot of resealing going on. The transfer case needs to be resealed as well. So gonna have to do all that shit. But as for now, we're gonna pull this off. I got everything supported. Transfer case and transmission are kind of supported. I'm gonna take the jack and I'm gonna throw it up underneath the transmission for now. I'd rather have double support. All right, another update. Very difficult. I actually do have film of me installing everything or removing stuff, but every time I look at it, I'm blocking the camera. So cut both mounts on either side. There's the lower mounts right now. Probably could have went flush, but this will work. Both upper control arms off, both lower control arms off. All the brackets are all bolted in over here. Now it's just a matter of jacking it up or pulling everything out. So I have to actually jack it up, pull these jack stands out. For the most part, we should be ready to just install everything. Like I said, got to pull the spring out, pull this out. I should be able to drop the axle low enough where I could just put the spring in. I'm going to replace both boots as well, isolators I mean, as well. And a quick disconnect for the front, and then we should be able to align everything. I do have to set the length for the actual arms. It's like 33 inches and 36 inches for lower and upper, whatever it is. And adjust those before I do anything. And then we will go ahead and we will remove the jack stands and slowly lower everything down. I'm going to pull the brake lines off so it allows them to move up and down, and that way we should be good there. All right, so let me update you guys because I got actually a lot of work done on it. I didn't really film it. I apologize again, but all the arms are in. I just got to do the springs, shocks, and then the spring retainers. It's very difficult for me to film when I'm underneath the vehicle and I'm kicking the tripod, and it's just a mess. I need to hire someone. So with that being said, as you can see, well, the axle's kind of low, and it's just to get everything in here. But you can see all the arms are in. They're loose right now. I'm gonna snug them up once I get everything else. I'll snug them up. All right, I haven't really been documenting too much, and the main reason being is because once I started doing this, I couldn't film and be underneath the vehicle, aligning everything, doing stuff, moving the camera, unfortunately. But like I said, got everything in. This is bowed out, so I got to tilt the whole axle backwards. Once I tilt it backwards, I think it's going to straighten this out, and then we can go ahead and install our actual what's that thing called, track link. So here's my angle finder. It is magnetic, so it's nice. I picked this up off of Amazon for like $25. It's similar to the Klein one. Basically, I'm just going to stick this on a flat part of the axle and get the angle. So Iron Rock makes it kind of easy for your starting point. I have a 4-inch lift, so we're going with 5.5 degrees. Good. So even if this comes out to 5.3 or like 5.7, 5.8, we'll still run it that way. So let's go ahead and put this on. We'll get the angles, and then we'll go from there. So I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. The spring is still bowed. I put the old isolator back in because I had a little spot for the spring. Didn't even remove the track link, but the whole axle shifted right, because you can see. Also, I was torquing down suspension and the wrench slipped and clocked me right in the head, so I split my eye open. So successful day. You know what, I'm just gonna end it here. Again, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm tired of messing with it. It's just a pain in the dick right now. Plus the fact that I haven't really been filming any of the install at all. But regardless, whatever. See ya.
I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion.